All right, it is 9 o'clock, so that means welcome to Daybreak Plus on WGRZ+. Developing overnight, we begin with tariffs on Mexico and Canadian goods. They're now in effect. President Trump says the tariffs are to force both countries to do more in the fight against fentanyl trafficking and illegal immigration. He also claims the tariffs will eliminate America's trade imbalances and force more factories to relocate to the United States. This obviously impacts us as Canada is right across the bridge from Western New York. We spoke with the president of the Buffalo-Niagara Partnership, and she tells us that we're going to feel the pain of the trade in Buffalo and throughout the rest of the country.
I'm hopeful that, common sense will prevail and that we won't see this. But in industries like manufacturing, logistics, construction, these are very immediate pain points. You mentioned lumber. Lumber is significant. Anybody who's going to buy a house or put an addition on their house, that's a 25% increase in the cost of lumber. This is real money. So, I'm hopeful that the people that are impacted both in business and consumers will be very vocal about their feelings about it, and we'll see what happens.
Yeah, and here's everything we know right now. Imports from Canada and Mexico will be facing a 25% tariff. Canadian Prime Minister Justin Trudeau is responding by slapping tariffs on more than $100 billion of American goods over the course of 21 days. Mexico has not detailed how they're responding as of yet, but we will continue to follow the latest developments as they happen. You can find all of our coverage at WGRZ.com. All right, switching gears now to your forecast. We're waking up with temperatures a lot warmer than they did yesterday, but we're also on the verge of a little rain. We should be able to put a tariff on that.
Oh, sure. Yeah, why not?
25% less rain coming across the border,
That's right. What's going on here? We got to weatherproof the border.
Exactly. Now, we were talking about the rain kind of sped up a little bit from what we were talking about this morning, right?
A little bit. I think it could be maybe some spotty showers in the morning. We could see some rain ahead of the main event coming today. I do think a lot of dry time today, but I would be remiss if I didn't amend the forecast to include some spot showers today.
And I would be remiss if I didn't get out of the way so these people could see this.
All right. TV's Pete Gallivan, ladies and gentlemen. So again, there's the line. I got this sort of a pelletized snow on my way to work. It's kind of pelting the windshield. That's far to our east right now, but some rain headed our way. And the main event, you can see Chicago getting poured on right now, and we're going to get pouring rain starting around 3 a.m. We'll give you the latest run of a future look coming up. The National Weather Service issued a flood watch, and they're geographically, it's kind of clumsy the way they do it. They loop us all in there, but then you read the fine print, and it's really just. It's not area-wide flooding. It's just particular streams. It's ice jam flooding. Your Kazas, your Cayugas, Ellicott Creek, Allegheny River in Olean is prone to ice jam flooding as well. Tonawanda Creek in the Rapids, which is, I think, Lockport, Pendleton, right around there? Yeah, right around there. So here we go. Today, let's time out the rain again for you today. There may be a passing shower during the day today. I do think it's going to be a lot of dry time, mostly cloudy, a high around 50 or so today. And now the main event around 3 a.m. or so, and I'll be here tomorrow tracking the rain for you. The rain estimate is about a ½ inch of rain, closer to 3/4 of an inch for Wellsville and Bradford. It'll be in the 50s tomorrow, mid-50s, so we're going to lose all the snow, or most of it certainly. Then it's going to make its way into the tributaries, into the streams, and potentially give us ice jam flooding. On the backside of the system, it's going to be windy as well, so winds gusting up to 40 miles per hour. And then for your Thursday, unseasonably, I won't say unseasonably, we're back into the 30s, but it's going to be windy in the 30s, so back to kind of a wintry feel after above average temperatures today and tomorrow. Here we go with a chilly Thursday, and I'll be tracking some snow where up to an inch is possible for some. So again, weather impact alert, and again, most of you are not impacted by this, but if you happen to live in an area that is prone for inundation, water climbing over the banks, just a heads up that we have the ingredients in place for that to happen again. 50 today with a lot of dry time, but yeah, passing shower is possible. And then around 3 a.m. or so, the more substantial rain happens. I think tomorrow will be a rainy commute. And then following the morning, it'll be on and off rain. We can't even rule out a thunderstorm. It'll be on the windy side Again, ice jam flooding is a possibility, and then temperatures retreat to 37 for your Thursday, and going to be on the windy side as well. And thankfully, though we do drop back in the temperature department, we're not going to get back to highs, Sunday with a high of 22, and Sunday we were at 10 degrees. That's just ludicrous. That shouldn't happen.
Ludacris or your other favorite singers, right?
That's right.
Very good.
Yeah, so we're not going to get that cold. We are going to fall back, with highs around in the 30s, but not high at 22.
Yeah, and with the forecast, we're not the only ones who pay attention to it. Buffalo Fire Department, City of Buffalo's got the Eddie Cotter out fireboat this morning, breaking up ice on the Buffalo River and as far up as Cass Creek. So try to get ahead of things.
It's a good icebreaker.
Exactly.
Nice conversation starter.
That's right. All right, well, the Sabres, they ran out of magic last night as their comeback fell flat against the Canadiens up in Montreal. They came all the way back from a 3-0 deficit just to lose in overtime. It was already 3-0 at the end of the first, and Alex Tuch scored. That shot by Tage Thompson made it a 1-goal game, and that is the one that tied it with just over a minute. Rasmus Dahlin hammering that home. But only a few minutes later, Montreal took no time to bury the overtime winner.
Yeah, on me too. Some really dumb penalties. They kept them in the game. I mean, every time we were playing 5-on-5, we were in their zone and creating a lot. So tough one.
Is that frustration, Rasmus? I'm not speaking just to your penalty, but I mean, you guys just from that entire first period, it seemed like you guys were just playing like a frustrated group.
Wanting to win. That's all it is. We knew it's a division game where we're in playoff mode. We really wanted this game, so it's stuff happens out there. A lot of emotions that didn't go well today.
Yeah, 25 and a half minutes of ice time.
Yeah, that's a full day at work, right?
Yeah, I'll say.
Yeah, he talks. It's a division game. It's also a division game against the same team that you lost the night before,
right.
2 nights before too. So playoff hopes continue to get dimmer and dimmer for the Sabres. But that Tage Thompson shot,
oh, it's insane.
It was like 99
right.
miles an hour.
You don't see the puck. You see the net move.
Yeah, exactly.
And even the goalie's like,
where did that come from?
It's just insane.
All right, well, the Sabres are going to waste no time. They can get back into the winning track tonight as they have another chance of snapping that losing streak. They're back at home to face the San Jose Sharks, and it is Bills night at the arena. And get this, I love this. The first 10,000 people through the door get a Squish the Fish towel with Sabretooth on it.
Like the Sharks?
Yeah, exactly. Plus, past and present Bills players are going to be there. Celebrities like Pinto Ron and the chefs will be in attendance. Plus, some Sabres alumni will be back. Brad May, Curtis Brown, Tim Connolly, they'll be there signing autographs. Game time tonight is at 7 o'clock.
It'd be great to have Brad May around punching people in the face.
That's right. Well, I've told him he can't do that.
You know what's funny?
Not off the ice.
A lot of the pugilists, the guys known for fighting for the Sabres, are like the nicest guys off the air. You know what I mean? It's like about Rob and Brad and Andrew Peters.
Yeah,
they're guys that are just cuddly teddy bears off the air, but they just beat the crap out of people.
Yeah, except Brad May at one event that I was working with him. He did say he that was the thing he missed most about the game.
Punching
fighting.
Wow, never mind, Brad.
He was good at it. He was
right.
good. But he's a great guy. You're absolutely right.
Yep.
But all right. Well, we are moving on to a different sport. And with March being Women's History Month, this morning we're recognizing a group of women who are making history of their own. These Brockport University student athletes, or university as it's called there, are gaining new ground on the gridiron. Well, the Golden Eagles nest is getting a little bigger here at Brockport.
Well, anytime you add an NCAA sport, this is our 24th sport, it's a big deal.
And making its mark in college sports, announcing that they are adding women's flag football in the fall.
There's a lot of interest in women's flag football right now. We're super excited about it on campus, and there's a lot of momentum right now.
Popularity of the club team at Brockport is driving this move, something that sophomore Caitlin Roman has seen before. at Clarence High School when Section 6 added the sport to its varsity ranks.
Definitely a big deal in high school. We started off as a club and moved to varsity, so it's amazing just seeing all the different things that we've worked for actually come to life so that we can play varsity.
Now the Empire 8 Conference is following suit. Brockport, Geneseo, Elmira, Hartwick, and Russell Sage will compete in just the 3rd Division III conference in the country and the 5th among all NCAA divisions.
Getting to play football, definitely something I never would have imagined, but I couldn't be happier about it.
So for players like Kat Althouse, who has played other sports, it's about finding the right fit and a sense of community.
The first time I stepped on the field and played flag with the girls, clicked like immediately. I knew that this was my sport. I tried soccer, I tried lacrosse, I tried swimming, I tried everything and nothing fit, but I tried flag football on a whim and I found my people. I found what I wanted to do. So I'm hoping that other girls who have had those experiences will at least come try out, see how it is, and hopefully find their sport.
And both of these young ladies say this is a major step in opening new opportunities for women in sports.
We're here and like the time is now, like why not us, why not now, you know?
It's more than a sport, isn't it?
It is more than a sport.
Could not have found two more well-spoken.
Oh yeah, they're great ambassadors for the game. And it's just, by the way, it goes from club to varsity next year.
Okay.
And they'll start playing the Empire 8 in spring of 26. But they're only one of 3 Division III conferences in the entire nation that's offering varsity flag football. You remember a few years ago, they offered that as a varsity sport in Section 6. Section 5 out in Rochester Way has just offered it this year. So the sport's growing, and you being a girl dad, me being a girl dad, it's awesome to see more opportunities for female athletes out there.
We're, as you, I think, mandatory in the 716 area code, we're raising our daughter to love the Bills and love football and also get a chance to play it.
Yeah, and hate the Dolphins and the Patriots.
That's true.
Right? So, but more about the love.
It's true.
All right. Well, stay with us. We're going to take a quick break now. All right, well, this is a live look at Bourbon Street in New Orleans. Yeah, I love this. Ever been to New Orleans?
I have not.
They hose down. It's like a resurfacing.
Yeah, what do they?
They hose down the Bourbon Street.
Look at
they clean it up. It's like between periods at a hockey game.
Right, to get the Zamboni out?
Yeah, but you can see all of the decorations up, ready to go for tonight. Now, some celebrations did have to be canceled tonight because of the weather. They're expecting high winds and strong storms. But Mardi Gras dates back to medieval Europe, passing through Rome and Venice in the 17th and 18th centuries to the French House of the Bourbons. French explorers then made their way to the U.S., leading to that first celebration of Mardi Gras back in 1703. But the first celebration was actually in Alabama.
Oh, fun fact.
Not New Orleans.
And I was a grown-up when I found out that Mardi Gras is just French for Fat Tuesday.
That's right. You thought it was that kid Marty that lived down the street, right?
Right.
But yeah, New Orleans is a great experience. I mean, you hear about Bourbon Street, but you know, Bourbon Street's good for about 15 minutes.
Right.
There's so much around it that's the history and the food. And
good food,
just a great town. Very crowded this time of year, though.
Yeah, forget it.
But yeah, and let's just say after Mardi Gras, they do have to hose down the streets. It's a lot of people, a lot of debauchery.
Oh, man.
All right.
Imagine.
Speaking of hosing down the streets,
Sure.
Mother Nature's going to do that in the next few hours and a couple of days, right?
Yeah, now, I saunter over to the weather. Is this what I do? I just walk
Absolutely.
in. So look how many cameras we have. Do we have a shot of all the cameras?
Yeah,
You have to look at this.
Look at you.
Just find the Gabby over here. Then just climb over. I'm almost there, guys.
I should have drawn up a play.
That's a wrap. No, I'm just kidding. All right, so again, we'll go through future look for you. Again, a passing shower is possible today. It'll be dry for much of the day today. Highs, I got us out for a high of 50. I've noticed a few runs of future look have taken us into the 50s throughout other areas of western New York. So it's going to feel nice, but not a particularly pretty day with cloudy skies. The breeze from the south about 10 to 20 miles per hour. Okay, the real event is this rain right here. It's about a half inch of rain. or so. It could be some moderate, moderate, I don't say heavy, but light to moderate rain. I think it will impact your morning commute. The kids should just be prepared for rain at the bus stop or if they walk to school. After the steady rain in the morning, which will be about a 4 or 5 hour period of steady rain, then we're going to have intermittent showers. We can't rule out a thunderstorm as well. Notice the temperature spiking to 57 degrees. You can see the arrows moving faster. The wind is going to pick up too. So gusts up to 40 miles per hour. Now you combine the snow melt, you combine a ½ inch of rain. The wind can be a factor. And then you're going to be, we have areas where we can be prone for ice jam flooding. Some of the tributaries that I personally, over my career, have covered. I've covered Cass Creek near Southgate Plaza. I've covered Cayuga Creek near Como Lake Park, Allegheny River in Olean, and I've covered flooding at Tonawanda Creek and Rapids as well. So we have that potential for our Wednesday. Again, a weather impact alert. For most of you, it will not impact you, but if you live in an area where water can spill over the banks, be aware of that may happening Wednesday. A great website is water.noaa.gov. And there's a lot of the streams are right there, and you can see the latest water levels on all these rivers and creeks in western New York. So 57 tomorrow. Again, a weather impact alert if you're in an area prone to ice jam flooding. We are going to fall back in the temperature department, but long term, you do see we rally back into the 40s for Monday, and I think next week we do at least get back into the 50s, but without all the issues that we're getting this week.
All right. Well, that sounds good. And I would imagine that a lot of the coverage on the lake ice is probably going to be diminishing.
So now I got to walk over here now.
Yeah, you walk over here.
There's a lot of choreography here.
You zip through those cameras much better going this way than the other way.
That's fine.
That's right.
I'm closer to Punchkey.
That's right. All right. A few more punch keys. You won't be able to sneak between the cameras. But now take a look at this. This is not going to be happening very much longer. Amanda Tesmer shared this video on Facebook. It is someone out there driving on Lake Erie. She took the video near the boat ramp at Hamburg Beach and said that the driver was out on the ice for quite some time before taking off. We reached out to Hamburg police about this, and they want to remind everyone the ice is unpredictable, especially this time of year. It may not be as thick as you think. They say use caution. Don't put your life or others' lives.
In that guy's defense, though, it was not his car.
That's right. It's a rental.
Yeah.
But he got the full coverage,
That's right.
so it's okay. But yeah, no, in all seriousness, because if you get stuck out there, then emergency crews have to come out and you're putting other people at risk. But there's not going to be any question, or I would say a couple of weeks from now, whether you want to drive on the lake.
No, we're going to have a warm up, and I think we're trending above average too for the parade weekend. Again, I can't nail down the temperatures, but long-term models are suggesting that we're going to have above average temperatures. So, maybe a high of 48, 49 for the parade. That's not bad.
Yeah, absolutely. All right, well, here's a different story for you. Do you like to pick up the phone and make a call? Pretty easy, right? Talk to Gen Zers. They find the task daunting. Some are even taking college classes now to try and overcome it. It is called telephobia. Fortune magazine released a report showing Gen Zers don't like to answer phone calls or make phone calls. The report says that Gen Zers, they grew up with texting and instant messaging, and they find phone calls stressful because they don't have time to collect their thoughts before they respond.
Collect your thoughts.
Yeah,
right.
to help. Geez, look at us. We never collect our thoughts. Nottingham College in the UK is, by the way, offering classes for people to try and overcome that fear. But if you talk to, I've noticed this with my kids sometimes and with other kids, that it's the conversation is different as opposed to generations. Like, if the two of us are talking, we'll kind of ramble on back and forth, mainly because we can't remember what we were talking about. So, but it seems like when I talk to some younger people, it's like a monologue, and then they wait for you to respond to the monologue.
Oh, right. I can't think of the last time I had a long phone conversation like I used to.
Well, yes, it's the people calling about your car loan,
the auto loan.
Insurance.
That's right. They call it renewing the car insurance. One thing though, I do have on my phone. Both my unfortunately with you, my parents passed away, but I have on my phone. Man, I wish I could get it. I'll play it. I have voicemails from them.
Oh,
it's so great to hear their voice.
Yeah.
Anything with my parents' handwriting. And anything with my parents' voice, I'm going to hold on to forever. So
Yeah.
So listen, if your parents leave you a voicemail, hold on to it because you may cherish it someday, even though they're just talking about paper towels or something.
Yeah, in fact, one of my daughters, she's got a tattoo that's got the word coexist written on it, and it's in my handwriting.
Oh, it's fun.
So that's kind of neat.
That's
kinda
really
neat.
cool.
So, but phone messages, I wish I still had some because my dad had some pretty entertaining ones. All right, well, it is Fat Tuesday, Mardi Gras, Punchki Day. Plenty of different ways you can think of the Tuesday before Lent begins. But Daybreak's Natalie Faust was at Paula's in West Seneca, where they're rolling out the Punchki.
Pete, Melissa, it was delicious. I had the black raspberry one, and it was pretty fantastic. Now, we are 10 minutes out from doors opening here at Paula's Donuts. There are already people lining up, and I'm here with Kelsey Cole. She's been here since the wee hours of the morning getting these ready. Kelsey, can you tell me about the prep that goes into this?
Yeah, we have an amazing team here, staying late, coming in early, amazing managers, keeping us on point throughout the day, and we're just going to be doing this all day, and we're just excited to serve everybody.
And you've had orders coming in for weeks now. Can you tell me a little bit about the setup for that?
Yeah, of course. Through our website, through the phone, and people coming in the store. We've been prepping and taking numbers for production. We just have wholesale boxes just filled in the back and every surface covered, and we just got all these orders to hand out today.
Perfect, and you guys are open until 3, so there is still plenty of time to make your orders and come and grab your punchi because this is a one-day only event. They only do this one day a year, so you're going to want to come and grab them while you can because, like I said, they are pretty delicious.
Thanks, Nap.
Yeah, and all you need is one a day.
Oh, yeah.
One a year. I mean, they're pretty heavy.
They brought back a box of 8 Punchki, and it is like a box of bricks.
Exactly. Yeah,
they are heavy.
She had the hand cart to bring it in.
Oh my God.
Yeah. But you know what? It's part of being here in Western New York. It's one of those things that once a year. My dad used to love them. He used to love the Polish bakeries, and
I think they're okay. I think they're okay. Again, I'm not Polish. I think corned beef and cabbage is just kind of okay. I think.
Oh,
right?
I
but
agree.
you do it. It's a tradition. And Punchki, I'd rather have an actual donut. But again, it's Punchki Day, so you're going to have at least half a Punchki.
But we've got a variety out there for the non-Western. We've got Missouri and Paula's.
Oh, they
out there.
compare.
So, yeah,
it's called journalism.
Yeah. That's what it is. It's not called gluttony, it's called journalism. No. All right. Well, Haley Steinfeld's, we know her as Josh's fiance, right?
Sure.
But she's got new canned cocktails out there. We reported on these as we were coming out.
Okay.
They seem to be a hit. The drinks are now available for pre-order, and 3 of the flavors, grapefruit paloma, wild berry, and ranch water.
All right.
They're already sold out, but you can still get your hands on lime if you want to pre-order it. That's the only flavor left. The canned cocktail is made of 100% agave tequila sourced from Mexico, and it comes in 4 flavors.
Is it like malted? Is it actual margarita?
It's like a margarita in a can, apparently.
All right.
But are you a seltzer guy?
No.
You don't strike me as a seltzer guy.
No, I'm not a seltzer guy. I'm a bad Irishman because I don't really like beer that much. I don't like whiskey that much. I drink gin, which is like a British thing. They're going to kick me out of the Buffalo Irish Center.
Wait a second. There are some good Irish gins.
That's true. Gunpowder.
Yes, drink the right ones.
That's a good.
Drink the right ones.
A nice Irish gin is what I would prefer. Yeah, I'm not a big seltzer guy and the canned beverages.
All right. Well, we'll learn them.
Yeah.
Not even for Haley Steinfeld.
No. I'll do it for Haley.
You call yourself a Bills fan. All right.
I'll do it for her.
Well, we've got a busy couple of weeks coming up.
Mm-hmm.
Corned beef and cabbage next weekend, right?
All right, that's right.
For our one corned beef and cabbage a year. All right, well, thank you for joining us for Daybreak Plus, and we're going to wrap things up right now. But Kev, the rain, once again, not a lot of rain today, but overnight is when it hits.
3 a.m.
All right.
When it's going to start.
On the way to work. Great.